Once upon a time, there was no consumer protection in Montgomery County. Cars were sold without seatbelts. Snake oil salesmen sold cures for cancer. Thousands of unlicensed children set up lemonade stands but consistently failed to clearly post their ingredients and refund policies. Trespass towing self-help enforcement at crowded shopping centers was really getting out of control, and President Kennedy had not yet written the Consumer Bill of Rights. It was a time of economic chaos in Montgomery County's marketplace, and the county charter had not yet amended to create a county executive and a county council form of government. In 1971, when Ralph Nader's book, Unsafe at Any Speed, was already a bestseller, and when gas cost this much per gallon, and the Beatles had already broken up, establishing Montgomery County's Office of Consumer Affairs was one of the newly formed county councils and county executives' very first legislative acts. 150 people applied to be the director of the Office of Consumer Affairs, and Barbara B. Gregg, a young attorney from Syracuse, New York, was selected to stand up this newly formed law enforcement agency. The Office of Consumer Affairs officially opened its doors for business on December 6, 1971, with Nellie Miller serving as its sole investigator. Director Barbara Gregg embarked upon a 25-year leadership journey, growing the office into a can-do law enforcement agency that earned national recognition, enforcing consumer protection laws, prohibiting unfair and deceptive trade practices to ensure a fair marketplace for the consumers and businesses. It's true that Director Gregg's first few hires were relatively young, and that resources and equipment in the office were extremely basic. However, more sophisticated upgrades were eventually obtained. When vending machines became popular, the office even experimented with having staff stationed in the cafeteria to provide assistance on demand. However, Barbara soon recognized the importance to include attorneys and a certified automotive expert on staff. Barbara's legacy was built upon the belief that the staff and the volunteers were dedicated public servants committed to helping others by providing the best possible customer service. Serving as the director for the first 25 years, Barbara Gregg instilled a work ethic, determination, and a mindset that still fuels staff today. The office has served under 7 county executives, and with the support of the county council, OCP is one of Montgomery County's public safety departments. OCP collaborates with many county agencies, including the police department, fire and rescue, permitting services, and housing. The office's mission statement and duties continue to expand. The office is responsible for licensing all the new home builders, audio repair shops, towing companies, appliance repair, and secondhand personal property dealers. The office took the lead in having its investigators provide child safety car seat checks in conjunction with Montgomery County's Fire and Rescue Service and an auto dealership. The office collaborates with the Montgomery County Police Department regarding non-consensual towing, unlicensed door-to-door salespeople, unlicensed auto sellers, and more, and collaborated with the state's attorney's office to prosecute unlicensed home improvement contractors. OCP teamed up with the sheriff's office to create an award-winning initiative to return personal property and private documents to consumers when a business in possession of personal property was being evicted. During the past 50 years, consumers have greatly benefited from the service provided by OCP's talented and dedicated volunteers, including retired attorneys, professors, business executives, homemakers, multiple language speakers, law school, college, and high school interns. Success for the office also came with some challenges. During a budget-crunching recession in the 1990s, the Office of Consumer Affairs temporarily became a division within the Department of Housing and Community Affairs. Under the leadership of Director Elizabeth Davidson, Division Chief George Rose guided staff to continue its consumer protection mission. In 2005, and initiated by Councilmember Tom Perez, County Executive Ike Leggett, and the County Council voted to restore the Office of Consumer Affairs to once again being a separate agency within the executive branch. The name of the office was changed to the Office of Consumer Protection, and Montgomery County's consumer protection law was updated to reflect changes in the marketplace. In 2007, County Executive Ike Leggett appointed, and County Executive Mark Elridge later retained, Eric Friedman to be the director of the newly restored Office of Consumer Protection. The office designed and registered an office logo and tagline that is currently in use today. OCP enforces numerous laws, investigates complaints, educates consumers and merchants, prevents scams, resolves disputes, licenses businesses, mediates conflicts, and engages in legislative advocacy. RAC cards were created in different languages to ensure that all communities in Montgomery County are aware of the services provided by OCP. During the past 50 years, OCP has been seen on or quoted in local and national TV and print media. Montgomery County's Consumer Protection Office was ahead of the curve when, with the help of the Public Information Office, it created a cable TV show called Consumer Digest, and later created a YouTube channel called ConsumerWise for an award-winning show called Consumer Compass. OCP also provides services to merchants in Montgomery County to maintain a fair marketplace. The office offers free mediation services to merchants to help resolve disputes. OCP has the authority to issue civil citations for violations of consumer laws and has the authority to issue administrative subpoenas. Investigative staff routinely resolve individual complaints and find it rewarding when they are able to provide refund checks to consumers. The Office of Consumer Protection investigates and resolves individual complaints while also identifying and addressing national issues affecting Montgomery County. Some cases are difficult to resolve, while other cases take slightly less effort. Most recently, OCP was selected to serve as the liaison regarding the public campaign financing to provide information to candidates. Apparently, some wonder if the office will soon be responsible for fact-checking all political advertisements. During the past 50 years, the office has worked with the State of Maryland's Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division, the County Attorney's Office, and nonprofit consumer protection organizations to draft legislation and advocate for new laws. OCP has always strived to focus on scams targeting minority groups, senior citizens, and consumers with limited English proficiencies. We interrupt this history video to share some top-secret information about a major lawsuit in the 1990s that resulted in $1 million settlement for consumers. The merchant had systematically overcharged thousands of consumers. The attorney who was instrumental in prosecuting this case against a plumbing company later became a U.S. congressman and U.S. senator. In 2017, OCP was temporarily moved to a building next to Montgomery County's detention center while the county council building was being renovated. Now 4 years and one health pandemic later, OCP is moving back into the county council office building to begin its next 50 years of service to consumers and merchants to maintain and improve the quality of life for all residents in all communities and with heightened awareness of racial equity and social justice.